What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And this is actually doing an update video from a video I did a few months back. It was like 4 or 5 months, and it was about me being pretty much just a console gamer switching over into PC, and I was giving my thoughts of switching over. This is me doing a video almost 6 months later of my thoughts on it. Am I still gaming on PC mostly, or what happened with that? But before I get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like, dislike the video, whatever you want to do. It all helps out. So the thing is, yes, I do still play on PC gaming. I actually play on PC gaming probably predominantly than I do on any other platform. Now, for those who do care, because I know I get this a lot of times, Xbox is my favorite. It is one I gravitate towards more, and that's probably just because of a lot of nostalgia. But I do like the brand. This game is the one I've been playing more recently on consistently. It doesn't mean I don't do console game at all anymore. Like, for example, I've been playing Dragon's Dogma 2 a lot lately on PlayStation 5. When Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero comes out, I'm getting that for PlayStation 5. I just got done playing Space Marines 2 on the Xbox Series X, and that Star Wars review that I did, if you haven't watched it, check it out. I'll link it in the video. But I did a Star Wars Outlaws review, and that was all recorded and done on the Xbox Series X. So I don't really plan on getting rid of console gaming. I plan on playing it a lot, especially when new games come out or when it comes to reviewing games. A lot of times I do that on console, and I don't see that going away anytime soon. But that's just a quick version of do I still game on it 100%. And here's the thing. This isn't a bashing console video or PC or whatever. I know a lot of people in comments get really testy, especially on my last video. They were arguing with each other about that. But here's the thing. This is just my personal experience why I play the games on PC more as of recently. Now, one of the big things is when you have a PC, you kind of have the best of every world. With PC, you have the option to play a bunch of Xbox games on there, pretty much every one. You have most of all of Sony's first-party studio games on there, and more coming over, I'm sure. The State of Play is actually happening later on today as the recording of this video, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. But I feel like there's going to be talks about more games coming over to PC because, you know, they already said earlier this year that Sony does need to look more at the PC and put in games on there. So will it be day and date across the board? We don't know, but it would be kind of interesting if they did start moving to that so they can get all their money value out of the games they make. Now, when it comes to Nintendo, yes, Nintendo isn't really on PC, but let's be honest, a lot of people just emulate their games and put it on there. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying that's an option. Now, also, if you guys know, I don't know if you can see in the video, but I do have a lot of, older games. I love playing retro games, and PC does a significantly better job at playing retro games than the own manufacturer of some of these games. For example, I still plan on buying and collecting retro games. I don't even have enough room for all of mine, so I have to get another shelf. I was putting them up there. I was like, oh, this is enough room, so I need to get another one. But retro games, like for Xbox, for example, Xbox does try to make their console as, backwards compatible as possible, but it's still not totally there yet. PlayStation, on the other hand, does close to nothing to make their games backwards compatible. I mean, yeah, you can sign up for their service, but why do I have to sign up to a service for a game I already purchased? Xbox at least let me just put my disc in the system, which all these companies are getting rid of disk drive soon enough, so we'll see how long that works. But I can just put my game in the system and just play it, and I don't have an issue. Like I said, PlayStation 5 don't have the same option. Now, again, you can just play all these old games on PC. They work a lot better. And if you don't have, like, for example, I have a PlayStation 3. The whole reason why I got a PlayStation 3 is, yeah, I'm playing other games on there too. Metal Gear Solid 4 is only playable on a PlayStation 3. It's not on any other system. And so I literally ran out, got a PlayStation 3 just to play that game. Have I played it yet? No, I haven't. I'm still playing through the other Metal Gear games. The fact that it's like that is a huge, huge problem. And like I said, if you really want to play these Nintendo games, you still can on PC. But I'm not encouraging anything, because last time I did a Nintendo video, it got flagged. You guys can't even find it because YouTube took it down. Thanks, Nintendo. Now, the other thing too about it is buying on PC is a lot cheaper than buying on console. Now, look, I know a lot of people are gonna sit here and go like, no, I can go ahead and get the same price games on my console that you get on PC. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is a straight lie. You cannot do that. Now, yes, there are certain times where, like, say for example, Capcom does a sale and they do the sale across all platforms, but vast majority of the time, PC gaming is always cheaper when it comes to buying games. Not only is Steam just significantly cheaper, or Epic Games extremely cheap, and on top of the fact that Epic Games is the only platform that you don't need a subscription for, and they still give you AAA games for free. So, there's also that. But, a lot of us PC gamers don't really want to play in Epic Games. I could show you my library of all the free games I got, and I haven't played a single one just because it's in Epic Games. Maybe I use it to test my graphics card, but that's about it. You still have the option to go onto CD key websites and buy the CD key. You have the potential of getting games even cheaper than what you would have got in the Steam store. Now, I do know that you can sometimes buy Xbox games, like the CD key version of it, but PlayStation, for example, just locks that whole thing down. So you don't even have the option to go on to a CD key website and get the game even cheaper. You have to give it to PlayStation. A huge thing that I also heard a lot of people talk about from my last video, porting is not nearly as bad as it was before, but it's still not always great. In a lot of scenarios, certain games don't get ported right away, or the ports are really bad. I remember a few years ago, well, probably more than a few years ago, I think it was like a decade ago, but whenever Arkham Knight came out, that game ran horribly on PC. I don't even know if they ever fixed that at some point. I own the game on PC, I just haven't played it. I actually own it in Epic and in Steam because Epic gave me the free version, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I'm gonna go buy this in Steam now because I don't want to play in you, Epic. That was just one game in particular that just never really seemed to run well on PC, where when I was playing, everyone was making a big deal on PC. I was playing it on Xbox, having the time of my life. So, you know, that was a thing back then. It doesn't seem to be an issue so much as of right now, though. With that also being the case, talking about ports, you can't talk about ports and not bring up the fact that GTA 6 is now going to be on PC day and date with it like it is on console, because I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to that. And in most cases, like say for example Spider-Man 3 was to come out, I don't think the PC community would really care all that much if they didn't get it day and date. It's like it's coming at some point, that's good enough, because you have such a huge library of PC games. Like right now I have accumulated so many games in my PC library just since like what, May of this year. It's ridiculous because games are just so cheap. Just today, for example, I just bought the Master Chief Collection again. I probably bought that game like, I don't know, 2 or 3 other times already, but I bought it in Steam with a copy of Star Wars Battlefront. It was the EA version. Am I gonna play it? Probably not, but it was $3. I bought both of those games for like about, I don't know, less than $14. So if I was to buy the Halo Master Chief Collection right now, the same day where I bought it for $10, it is $40 right now. Now you may get a little baby discount if you have Game Pass, but right on the website it's showing 40. It's actually showing 40 plus because probably factoring tax. Now let's actually look at Star Wars Battlefront 3, which is, yeah, I get it's probably like it's kind of a dead game, but you never know what happened. Maybe I got it because I was wondering if I could like mod it and make it something different. Okay, so Star Wars Battlefront 1, like I said, I got this game for $3, and it's like over $20 on the Xbox store. Now, I'm sure PlayStation is going to be very similar to that, but that's my point. These games that I paid really nothing for, I got 2 games cheaper than what it cost for one game. And I know these are both older games. I know no one's breaking their neck for those games. This is just an example because I literally just bought it today. I opened up Steam. I seen a sale for both those games. I was like, why not? So I just picked it up. But that happens more or not when it comes to playing on PC. When I go on Xbox or PlayStation and they're like, here's our deals, I look at it and I'm like, wow, this game's still $50. So that is something to definitely think about when it comes to purchasing games. Like I said, games are just significantly cheaper on PC. And again, with the CD keys, they make them even cheaper. But like I said, you know, some people still think that console's cheaper. And I've been playing console majority of my life. It's been, you know, 20 something years, more high 20s than anything, but 20 something years of playing on console. You know, PC gaming popped off, you know, a lot later for sure, because a lot of us, if you're in my age bracket, a millennial, you know, we probably all grew up on console gaming. As the years went on and PC gaming became more of a thing, you know, I've seen the prices and it's always cheaper. It's always cheaper on PC for the most part. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, you know, another reason why I'm so heavily on PC right now is hooking up pretty much whatever you want to with it. So the thing is, you can kind of customize and Frankenstein your own, like, you could call it a console if you wanted to, but it feels like you're making your own console in a lot of respects, because now PC and Steam do have like a big picture mode. So if you want to plug your PC into a computer and pair a controller with it, you could, and have it automatically boot in the big picture mode when the computer turns on. So in reality, it's like you just built your own Steam machine. That's a system. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was kind of like the game console that Steam made a few years ago. Didn't sell that well, but regardless, you can kind of make your own console if you want to a PC, and I think that's actually really cool. So what you can do is I can take like this PlayStation 5 headset, 3D post headset off of my wall over here and put it on. I can take my Xbox Pro controller and then jump on Steam and play like Helldivers, for example, or Days Gone or whatever. And I have done that. You know, I do play a lot of you guys are probably gonna hate this, but I do play a lot of PlayStation games with an Xbox controller. Now I know PlayStation games do have like, you know, these little cool features like adaptive triggers and stuff like that, but something about the Xbox controller just seems to pair a lot more easy when it comes to the computer. It just seems more simple, and it keeps all my custom profiles when I'm using my Pro controller. So A lot of times I use the Xbox controller when I'm gaming. But the thing is, you have that option. The other thing to talk about too is console gaming as of right now does not seem to have real widescreen support. Really doesn't have any that I've noticed. PlayStation is a little bit better with the widescreen support, but all it is really just stretching out the image. Where, you know, PC, it's natively widescreen support as long as the developers support it, and a lot of developers do, at least a lot of games I've been playing. For me personally, I know not everyone's like this, I know not everyone wants ultra widescreen, but I love the fact to be able to play games on an ultra widescreen. I don't see myself ever going back away from that. So that is something that I will be missing. I do give up when I play on, you know, console. Again, it's not a big deal. You know, I have two screens, one dedicated to my PlayStation and another screen dedicated to just my Xbox. So it's not that big of a deal. I play games on them all the time that aren't widescreen, but there's something great about jumping over to PC and having that widescreen support. Now, the other thing too, and I can understand why people may not be into PC gaming. One thing in particular that can get why people might not like it is if you got done working a long shift. A lot of us probably have, you know, jobs that were behind a computer. And if you're working all day long, probably the last thing you want to do is actually sit behind a computer and play video games. And that's the cool thing about consoles. Consoles, you get to separate yourself from the work life. It's a lot more simpler to get into. It's cheaper to get into. The setup is a lot minimal. I don't have to run into nearly as many issues when it comes to PC. Now, are the ports, I meant to bring this up earlier, but are the ports so horrible where all the games are broken? No, most of my games I don't have any issues with. I load it up and it works fine. But like, I'm gonna use last night for an example. Something really weird happened. I was gaming on my PC for a while, and then at some point in time, my wife came in. She wanted to play Fortnite, so I went ahead and loaded that up. And for some reason, I had never had an issue playing Fortnite before on my computer, but for some reason, the frames were just not consistent, and it kept dropping down low. I don't know what it was that triggered that, but after running around doing so much stuff yesterday, I was just tired. I just wanted to chill, and I didn't feel like being bothered. So what did I do? I went to my PlayStation 5, turned Fortnite on, and played on that. Had no problem. Saying that you get a PC and you get a powerful one, it's just going to work. No, I don't. That's not going to happen. There's always going to be some really weird issue with PC. But for consoles, the games are always going to be optimized to just work really, really well. PC is good. Don't get me wrong. They have a bunch of softwares that you can put on your computer. Like I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so there's a NVIDIA app I use, and it can tell me what graphics I should be using for certain settings. But you have things that can help you on PC, which is great. Again, not as simple as it is on console because you don't have to worry about any of that. Everything's pretty much already preset up and told to you. But you know, that is something that a lot of people can get, you know, could not want to deal with, especially, like I said, again, if you just got done doing a bunch of running, doing a bunch of working, whatever you're doing, and you just want to sit on the couch and chill. Now, here's the thing I actually found really funny that I kept seeing in the comments. People were saying that PC has no great exclusives, which is hilarious to me because I think besides Nintendo, and maybe I can include Nintendo in this, PC is the only platform that actually does have exclusives in a lot of respects. Now, I know PlayStation does have certain, like Spider-Man 2 isn't on PC as of yet. I'm sure it's going to come in the next year or so. But pretty much, we already know every Xbox game is on there. I brought this up earlier. Every Xbox game is on PC. A lot of PlayStation games are on PC and more are coming. And like I said earlier, you can emulate Nintendo games on PC. But you know what you can't do on these consoles? I can't play games like Ready or Not on these consoles. I can't play Sons of the Forest on these consoles. You know, for example, I brought up those exact same games in my previous video on this topic, but PC is the only platform that you're going to really have real exclusives for. So when people say, tell me one good exclusive that's on there, I'm like, PC is the only one that has exclusives in reality. I know someone could say, well, go ahead and try to play Final Fantasy Rebirth on PC. I know it's not on there yet, because Square made a deal that I can tell they really wish they was out of, but it's coming. I can guarantee you that. When GTA 6 comes out, it will be exclusive to consoles at first, but it's going to come. And the thing is, when it does come, it's probably going to run and play a lot better. On top of the fact that it's leading me to another point I was going to bring up why, you know, PC gaming is so great is because you have mods. Mods in games like that or any single player game is so great, so fun. Black Myth Wukong, I didn't know nothing about that game, but it was significantly more interesting to me when I found out that you could put Goku in that game instead of the monkey, you know. So things like that made it really, really exciting to me. You know, I have been playing around with a lot of mods, and it can actually change a game or revitalize a game that you played a long time ago. Look at, for example, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 came out years ago and people love or hate it, you know, it is what it is. But just recently, there's a mod that came out called Fallout London that 100% changes the whole game. And guess what? It's free. All you have to do is own a copy of Fallout 4 and you can get this mod for free. Xbox gamers, you're not getting that. PlayStation gamers, you're not getting that. Switch, well, Anyway, point is going to be able to have these options. They're going to be excluded to. There's another game. I can't remember what it's called. It's a game. I think I want to call it like Squad or something. It's a game in Steam. I know it's like an army shooter. I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna get the name wrong, but I think it's called like Squadron or something like that. And long story short, I don't know anything about the base game, but I know that there is a Star Wars mod that you can slap on it, and apparently it looks really, really fun and good. I've actually been thinking about buying the game just to put the Star Wars mod on it. I don't even care about the base game, but you can literally change up whole aspects of an entire game, make your own game in a lot of respects, but you can do a lot of stuff that you're not going to get the option to do. Let me give you another example. My wife is a huge fan of games like Subnautica. She loves those type of games. Well, fun fact, Subnautica is a single player game. So she would tell me about it. I got it for her on Xbox and PlayStation. She played a lot of times she was playing it by herself. And, you know, it's fun, but it's kind of, you know, it can get boring playing a survival game by yourself. Super chill, but she loves those games to death. Well, on PC, I did have to buy 2 copies of the game on PC, but guess what? I started a server, and now me and her are able to play Subnautica. She can go around and show me all the things that she finds interesting and all the things that are cool to her on Subnautica. Because, you know, now we can play together versus me just standing over her shoulder and going, look at this, look at this. And that's the thing. On PC, you have so many more options to so many more things that you can do. I don't know why I don't hear anyone ever talk about this when they're comparing the 2 platforms together, console versus PC. I never really hear people talk about modding the game and opening up significantly more doors than the game was ever intended to have. If we didn't have a PC, she would not be able to play Subnautica with someone else until Subnautica 3 comes out, because they are talking about multiplayer in that game. But it's probably gonna come out on PC first, and it's probably gonna come to console a lot later. I'm like Satisfactory. Me and my wife were playing that game long before it came to consoles. Not even on console. I think it's coming to console soon. I think it maybe already be out. I don't know. But I remember I seen a trailer for it, and it was like coming to console soon. PC has exclusives that sometimes go to console, but sometimes they never do. So that's what makes PC gaming so fun. Another thing that I brought up in my other video is that when I was first getting into it, the keyboard and mouse had me extremely intimidated. I didn't really want to try it. I just was staying with my controller. But over the coming months, I have got better with the keyboard and mouse. I actually got like a more gaming style mouse, which I actually really love. The keyboard, you know, I was going to do a video on both of these at some point. But the keyboard I really like. And the thing is, I'm getting better with it. Sometimes when I get really frustrated, I do just pick up a controller and just, you know, play with that on PC. But having the option to be able to play a lot of these games with keyboard and mouse, with controller, is just fun. And because in reality, you know, aiming and stuff like that on PC, as you guys know, is better. There's no aim assist. And it did take me a while to get used to no aim assist, but certain games it didn't really seem to bother me at all in. But once you start getting the hang of the mouse and keyboard, I think you'll like it more. And the other thing is that I do hear a lot of people say is when you buy a PC, it's not just for gaming. It's not a one-trick pony. It can do so much more. I don't see myself getting rid of PC gaming. I see myself diving even more deeper into it. Will it be my main or only platform? No, I'm definitely always going to have consoles. I'll always be buying the Xbox and the PlayStation as long as they exist, and the Nintendo Switch. I really do love PC gaming. I can't wait to update you guys later on, probably a few months from now, where I'm at. Let's see if I'm still in the same mindset. I probably will be, but you just have so many more options. You have a much bigger library of games to pick from, like vastly bigger. It's not even comparable when it comes to the console market. The games are significantly cheaper. Yes, the hardware, yeah, you're gonna pay a pretty penny at first, but once you pay that hardware fee, you're pretty much golden for like the next 10 years, if not longer. You don't have to pay a subscription for a monthly subscription just to play games online. Don't know why the consoles still do that. With mods and all these things, it's just an all-around more fun experience. I really feel that PC gaming is for, I don't want to say real gamers, because I think real gamers can be on console, but I do strongly feel that if you're a PC gamer, you are knee deep in the gaming. You are a gamer through and through, where consoles can sometimes teeter on the side of just casual gaming, just chilling. On PC, I just feel like you're really in depth into what you're doing when it comes to gaming, because again, like I said, you just have so many more options. But that is just my thought. Comment down below what you guys think. This is just my personal opinion. It doesn't mean that what I'm saying is right. It's just how I feel, my thought process and my viewpoint on console gaming versus PC gaming. Let me know down below what you guys play on. What is your preferred platform? I'm really interested. But if you stay to the end, comment down PC Master Race. I'm not saying I believe that. So maybe I'll do a video if you guys want to. You can put that in the comments if you want me to do a video and why console gaming is better than PC, because I do have a list of things that you can go off of. But that's just my thoughts on PC gaming, where I am as of right now when it comes to switching over. And one other thing that I want to bring up too is there's if you really care about DRMs and stuff like that, you can get stuff off of, what is it, GOG, and you don't have to worry about DRMs, and you actually own your games, unlike you do on console. Look, for example, if you can see the shelf, all these games on the shelf, for the most part, I all own, because everything on the shelf is like physically saved on the cartridge or the disc. But now with these new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X games, yeah, there are a bunch of games that are saved locally on disc, but that's not all of them. So just a thing to bring out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, dislike the video. Like I said, it helps out a lot, and I will catch you all in the next video. See you later.